Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Have you noticed how these days movies seem to run longer on average than when we were kids? Now that's not really a problem when you're streaming at home, but in a theater it might get uncomfortable. So today I thought we'd explore a nostalgic piece of cinema history that might be due for a comeback. The intermission. As always, grab your popcorn and let's get started. In the golden days of cinema, films came on multiple reels due to the fact that each reel held about 22 minutes of movie time. Therefore, most films came in approximately 4 reels. In addition, movie houses typically ran 2 projectors in one movie theater. Now, to avoid any gaps in the viewing experience, 2 reels were preloaded and synced so that when one ran out, the second reel took over. But when it came time to switch out to reels 3 and 4, the movie houses needed extra time to remove reels 1 and 2 and sync up reels 3 and 4. This break became our beloved intermission. See, theatergoers were already familiar with intermissions when it came to stage plays, so nobody felt put out when movies did the same thing. Now, intermissions weren't just a technical necessity. They were also a chance for audiences to stretch their legs, grab some popcorn, and chat about the plot twists. It was really a win-win for both audiences and theater owners alike. But as technology evolved, the need for intermissions faded. And as long as films were under the 2-hour mark, audiences seemed content enough to leave intermissions behind. Fast forward to today, and it seems like tentpole movies are longer than ever. Killers of the Flower Moon runs for 3 hours and 26 minutes. Avatar: The Way of Water for 3 hours and 12 minutes. And The Batman nearly hits the 3-hour mark. Now, I don't know about you, but the older I get, the smaller my bladder. A bathroom break in a 2-hour plus movie means we're not trying to pick a lull in the action and rush out, hoping we don't miss anything important. With such lengthy films and our attention spans growing shorter thanks to social media and other distractions, I'm looking at you, the guy who can't stop checking his phone in a movie theater. Isn't it time we brought back the intermission? Think about it. Most people watching movies at home will take multiple breaks over the course of a single film for this very reason. Movie theaters can take advantage of this change in content consumption habits by reintroducing a much-needed break. Imagine having a chance to check your messages, post on social media, or discuss the movie mid-film. Much like in a stage play intermission, we get back to actually talking about the movie, discussing the plot, the performances, characters, and dialogue. And it would all build anticipation of what will happen in the second half. You add in the social media aspect, and that's great word-of-mouth publicity mid-performance. In other words, if it's a good movie, you're investing the audience in it even more. On the flip side, movie theaters would directly benefit from increased concession sales. And these days, any extra revenue is most welcome for struggling venues. And they could capitalize even further with sponsored promotions or contests during the break. Having a captive audience who are waiting for the second half would increase visibility and engagement for companies sponsoring those events. And if done right, it would make the time fly by for the viewers. Now I know what you're thinking. We haven't had intermissions at the movies for, 50 years? Well, would it surprise you that they're still being used around the world to this day? Indian cinemas have kept intermissions since they were first introduced, making them part of the theatrical experience and the movie-going culture. Maybe we can learn a thing or two from a successful $3 billion per year industry. In the end, what goes around comes around. In fact, many people believe that bringing back the intermission would restore some of the charm that's been lost in our modern movie-going experience. Wouldn't it be nice to recapture some of that feeling again? So what do you think? Should we bring back the intermission? In my book, it's a classic piece of cinema history that deserves a comeback, at least with films over 2 hours. But hey, I'd love to hear what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell to stay updated with the latest content. Until next time, keep watching movies and stay creative.